Like what? You have an IRL girlfriend? No, dude.
Whoa, you have an IRL girlfriend?
I meant an e-girl, bro. If you have an e-girlfriend, bro, or you're like, these guys, I'm having e-sex or some dumb shit, bro.
Yo,
Like,
that
get
shit's
your head out of the
fire,
metaverse, bro.
Okay. Do you mind, buddy?
What?
We started the podcast.
Oh,
What are you watching on TikTok?
bro, I don't watch TikTok, bro.
So, what are you on YouTube Shorts?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Well, this is take 2 of episode 1 of The Fly. What is it called? I already forgot.
Flying under the radar.
Flying under the
The
radar.
podcast to see how many episodes we get until we get banned.
No, that is not the version I had in mind. But yeah, so we did a recorded test session last time. The audio wasn't the best, so we decided, you know what, let's just re-record it and just kind of go from there. So yeah, my name's Timothy. He's William. He's my brother. And basically, we're just gonna have a podcast, have a chat, and just talk about life. Talk about basically talk about anything in a perspective of brothers, family, and just have a good time. So how was your week, William?
My week was pretty good. Work is going okay. For those of you who don't know, I am a full stack developer. I won't say where I work for privacy reasons, but I had a pretty good week at work this week. Did a bunch of programming, finished up a sprint. So, yeah, everyone's happy, so that's good.
That's awesome to hear. So, any big plans for the summer involving your job, or anything outside your job you're looking forward to?
Well, it is turkey season now, and I went turkey hunting this morning. So
That's nice.
I didn't see any gobblers because it was raining, unfortunately. But I still will have to check out the site, so that was fun.
Mhm. And is this gonna be like a weekly thing you're gonna do? Or
Well,
what?
in Ontario, turkey season is from April 25th to May 31st, I believe. So it's what day is it today? I think
It's almost the end of April. Like
end
the
of April.
29th, yeah.
So, yeah, I'll be probably going every Saturday out to a new site to hunt turkeys.
Nice.
Though it's supposed to be rainy this week, so I don't know.
It is, which is kind of unfortunate because I did want to go outside and do some stuff.
What kind of outdoor activities have you had in mind for yourself?
For me, I'm going to start up a side business. I don't know if I'm going to mention on the podcast yet. I kind of want to get it up and running before I kind of talk about it. But it is going to be involved with something outside, a bit more active, a bit more physical, to give you guys a hint. But yeah, I'm kind of waiting for it to warm up a bit. But I might try and basically practice throughout the week. But other than that, I'm just excited for summer, man, because I'm personally not a huge fan of winter. I know you like the cold, looking at the hat right there. But I don't know, just something about summer being warm. I just like sweating. I don't know if that's like a weird thing.
You
but
like sweating, bro?
I do. Is that weird?
It depends, bro.
I like being wet.
Okay, I mean, I like being wet too, but like when I go swimming, you know what I'm saying? Are we going swimming tomorrow or no?
I don't know. I'm down to go swimming tomorrow.
We should go every Sunday. Fun swim, bro.
I'm down. Well, yeah, that's what it's called, fun swim. Basically, you just go to a community center and you just chill out in the pool and basically vibe. Yeah. Other than that, for summer plans, not much. I'm just kind of going with the flow, having a good time and, just seeing where everything goes.
Yeah, same. I mean, we did have that 1 week of teaser. It was like a tease because it was like 25 degrees outside,
Bro.
beautifully sunny in like beginning of April. And then now it's like rainy, 6 degrees again. You know what I mean?
Bro, it was so hot one night. I had to have my window open to have some sort of breeze because it was so hot in my room I couldn't sleep. It's like that's the only bad part about summer is like sometimes when it gets so hot, like even though I do like sweating, it's very uncomfortable to sleep. You know what I mean? But once you get to sleep, it's kind of chill. But that like initial like half an hour, you're just kind of sweating, moving around in your bed, all alone by yourself. And
What do you mean, bro? I got my body pillow. I'm good, bro.
okay, man. Do you have anything on the body pillow, or is it just a pillow?
It's just a pillow,
Bro, I'm
bro.
gonna get you one of those anime fucking
Stop, bro. I
covers.
ain't no fucking weeb, dude. Relax,
Bro,
okay?
yeah, good one. You watch anime.
What's wrong with anime?
You're a weeb.
I've cut back. I'm not a weeb, guys. I'm not a weeb. I just watch mainstream animes like Demon Slayer or Jujutsu Kaisen, bro. That's just like everyone watches that. That's just
I don't
mainstream.
watch anime. I don't like anime. Well, the thing is, I'm not gonna say I don't like anime because I haven't watched it. I've watched a few, and
Well,
whenever I watch animated stuff, I get so bored.
Well, you just don't like cartoons. Even
don't
like
know.
cartoon movies, you don't like, bro.
I don't know. They just, obviously there's some exceptions. Like the exception doesn't make the rule. But for the most part, watching animated movies, I get bored. I doze off, which honestly doesn't happen when I watch other movies. But when it's animated stuff, it just, I don't know. Maybe because it doesn't feel real. I feel like I like connecting with movies that are like more realistic. I don't know.
I don't know. Other people might argue that like, oh, they like the cartoon because it's like there's a genre in anime called isekai, which means like in a new world type thing, right? That's
Okay.
like the translation from Japanese. I'm not a weeb, by the way. Okay, I just happen to know
yeah,
this.
he just
okay,
knows this.
okay, but an isekai is like an anime where like the main character gets like transported to a different world and like shit happens, right? So a lot of people, because this world sucks, they want to like escape
Yeah.
and go to another world. You know what I'm saying?
They wanna cut.
But yeah, but you're weird for liking to sweat, bro. Because like sweating,
Wait, why are we going back to that?
no, because I didn't say it. You just said I like to sweat, and then just we'll move forward. Sweating is necessary for certain activities. Like if you work out and you sweat afterwards, that's like a good sweat. It's like, yeah, you pumped some iron, you went for a jog or something, you got a nice sweat on, okay. But if you're just vibing, you're chilling, and then you're just sitting, you're just sweating, bro.
But I don't.
Nah, dude,
No,
that's
but,
like.
But I don't like just randomly sweat.
No, I know, but I'm saying in the 30-degree weather, you randomly sweat, bro.
No, that's nice. Like, let's say you're.
How is that nice, bro?
If you're sitting in the beach and you're just getting a nice sweat on, the sun's shining on you.
Bro, I get burnt at the beach, bro. I don't sweat at the beach. What do you mean sweat? I guess.
It's hot, so you sweat.
No. You sweat not because it's hot. You sweat when it's humid, right? And here in Ontario, it's humid as fuck, bro. It's so bad. That's why summers here suck, because it's humid. It's too humid, bro. You're sweating every day, all the time, bro. That's why you gotta like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no. Winter. Winter
Okay.
is nice, okay?
So where are we going then this summer? If it's like too shitty here for the summer, because Canada summer is not the best. Like it's all right, but like where do you want to go? Dream vacation, top 3 spots you want to go this summer. If you could, you had enough funds, not looking at the money. 3 places you would go this summer.
Croatia, number 1, bro. My best friend's
Have you been there
Croatian.
before or no? Have you been there?
Croatia? No. I want to go. One of my best friends, he's Croatian, and he goes to Croatia almost every summer, and it's beautiful there. Like, I've seen the pictures he's shown me and stuff. He's got a, like, little villa, like, near, or, like, a beach house near, like, the coast somewhere.
Okay.
It's so nice, bro.
Okay.
I
so
wanna
that's
go.
number 1
That's,
spot.
like, number 1, bro.
How about 2 and 3? If you couldn't go to Croatia, where would you go?
Bro, I don't know, man. Like, my type of vacation is, like, different.
Okay, explain.
Like, low-key, I'd want to go to, like, Yukon or some shit. Or, like, Alaska.
Okay. Okay, what?
What do you mean, what?
Nah. Like in the summer or the winter?
I mean, winter's too cold up there,
Okay,
man.
fair enough.
Some-
Yukon? Nah, no shot. Somebody asked you, yo, I want to go on vacation. And man said Yukon. What the fuck? Good one.
What do you mean, bro? Hunting there is pretty good.
Okay. Okay. Would you want to go to Alaska?
100%, yeah.
That seems like an interesting trip for sure. But I don't know the actual science behind it, but isn't it like Antarctica? You know Antarctica, it's only like there's sun only for a certain time of year, like 4 months or some shit, right?
So that's basically because of the way the Earth rotates,
Turns, right? Yeah.
right? Because it's on an axis or whatever, depending the time of year. Like, so our summertime, we're tilted towards the sun. So in that period of time, and this happens both in North Pole and South Pole, It's whichever axis is like pointed towards the sun when the Earth rotates around the sun like during the year is when like the sun or will be out or not. So
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
during our summer times in the northern hemisphere, like if you go to I had a friend who went to Iceland like half a year ago in the or last summer I think he went to Iceland and the sun never set there because it was like June, July or something of last year and
That's crazy.
it just never set. It was like he sent a video of him like 2 in the morning and the sun is still like above the horizon going and everything. Right?
That's so weird.
It is, but that's just how it is. That's why for adventures, because Antarctica is a hard place to get, and
For
it's like
sure.
it's a continent that only like people go to for like scientific research and that type of stuff, right?
Yeah, yeah. Or if
Just-
you're Mr. Beast.
Sure, man. If you got the money to go, then I guess you can go, right?
Yeah.
But the people that go there, they only go there during the summertime. Because during the 6 months that it's just dark, it's like -50 like every day, bro. Like 100-kilometer winds, -50 hailstorms, all this type of stuff. So I'm
your
pretty
It's
sure.
your favorite time, right? It's the winter.
I like it when it's like -10 degrees, not -50
Okay.
degrees. Okay. But yeah, no, it's pretty interesting. So if I would go during the summertime up to that like what is it, longitude, latitude, I think, then it might be sunny all the time. Especially I think if we went to Yellowknife, Yukon. Or what's the other one? What's the Northwest Territories? Whitehorse? No, Whitehorse, Yukon, Yellowknife, Northwest Territories. I know my geography, guys. Don't worry. I took it in university, so.
Actually, speaking about geography, I've been doing something weird randomly. I don't know why I did it, but I've been, you know, you seen it on TikToks, the fucking like they asked the the Americans like name 3 countries or like name like 3 states.
Okay,
or some
bro,
shit.
but every time I see that, it's like girls, dude. No offense, bro, but it's always like dumb girls, bro. I don't know, man.
So I seen those videos. I'm like, okay, I'm not that stupid. So the past week I've been practicing memorizing the U.S. states, and now I can name all 50 of the U.S. states. And I won't do it now.
Is it 50 or 51 states?
50. And yeah, I don't know. I just randomly just.
Are you
picked
counting
it up.
Hawaii and Alaska?
Hawaii, Alaska, yes.
Okay. Shit, I thought it was 51. I don't know why.
No, it is 50. Yo, you should. They should ask you those questions.
Bro, we're not American, bro. I wanna be, but we ain't American, so I don't know all the states, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I thought that was just something fun I was doing. And
Yeah?
honestly,
You wanna name all the states right now,
good
or what?
one. No. Chill. The thing is, though, if I try, I feel like I would miss a couple now because you're putting me on the spot. But it's good because when you play those games, it actually shows you on the map where it's placed. So if you're missing a few, you kind of know where it is and what you can kind of
Yeah.
name it.
Is there which state you wanna go to?
Which
Hmm?
state?
Well, okay. Which states have we been to?
We've
been
actually been to Las Vegas, well, Nevada.
Nevada, Las Vegas. We've
Um,
been to Phoenix, Arizona.
Have we been to Florida? I think so, right?
We've been to Key West, Florida.
Where else have we been?
Well, we went to Florida before when we were younger too. For
Uh-huh.
is it Disney World or Disneyland? I don't know. The Disney in Florida we've been to when we were younger.
Bro, but honestly, going to those parks are so like
I hated it.
the
dude.
lines.
I mean, we even
Ah.
had like you can pay the extra $100 per ticket to get like the fast track lines, and still we were waiting hours.
Do you know
man.
there's actually like a new thing? I don't know if it's new, but I just saw it where it's like you pay like $6,000 or something, and you can go to the front of the line every time. Like you go there and
That's
like.
so crazy.
So if
man.
you're like rich, you can just like go on any like I was watching this video. He's like this like 30-year-old guy. He's like, yeah. So I went on the ride and there was people in line, and I went back around and I went on the ride again, and they all fucking looked at me because they're all
No.
waiting in line to get in, and he went on the ride
nah,
twice.
bro, that's like
Just like a
that's
subtle
so BM,
flex.
bro. That's so BM.
Just a subtle flex right there.
So BM. Nah, but I never like what's the one in Ontario? The
Canada's World? No.
Canada's Wonderland.
Canada's Wonderland.
That place I never liked.
Yeah, I'm not a huge ride.
I
fan,
never liked
honestly.
the rides or anything. Like I prefer going to a water park because I
Yeah.
like going down slides and
For
tubes
sure.
and stuff. But actually going on like rides, I feel like that's so unhealthy for you too. Like if you go on like the fast stuff, like it just moves your organs around. You're going through the G forces, and if you're not trained for it, dude, it's like it's
I
not
think,
good.
I think it's like bad for you, but it's like if you do it once, it's not gonna kill you. You know what I mean? It's kind of like if you do it a lot, probably not the best. If you do it once in a blue moon, it's not gonna,
I guess so.
really hurt you.
Did you know? I don't remember this. You guys can search this up on Google. There was this architect that built a roller coaster, but like the plan, like the blueprints of a roller coaster
Mhm.
that is designed to kill you. Like it's literally you go up to the top and there's like 7 loops that go like slower, like that are get smaller and smaller, and just that like the way that is engineered and the speed and the G-forces that happen with that like that ride. Once you
Mhm.
get to the end of it, you just die, just because the way the G-forces go and like moves you around, which is so weird, right? You guys just literally Google this, bro. I've seen this like I don't know where I saw this, maybe on Vsauce like over 8 years ago or
But
something.
how do they even calculate that? That's what I want to know. Like, how do they like? What's the calculation to know
Physics.
that if
Physics.
you do that many times?
Remember
you
physics in
die?
high school or no?
I was bad at science. All right, the science was not my forte. We'll just leave it at that. But yeah, I just the like honestly coming up with all these equations is pretty just crazy for the most part. But I guess there's an equation for almost anything now, isn't there?
Except how to get bitches, man. That shit's still a mystery.
There is an equation probably for that. I wouldn't be surprised.
Nah, bro. If I don't know it, bro, it's a mystery, man.
Nah, there has to be an equation. Actually, might have to do some YouTube research on
I'm
that.
pretty. No, the equation is like 6 figures, 6 foot. That shit, bro. That's
Six,
the
six,
equation.
six.
Yeah, that's that fucking equation, bro. That's how you get bitches, man.
Uh, True. So you just gotta get your money up. So what you doing to get your money up, man?
What do you mean? I'm working a 9 to 5, man.
Starting a podcast, right?
We're getting paid for this, bro.
No.
Is that like that
It's,
meme where it's like, wait, you guys are getting paid? You know that meme?
No.
What's that stupid movie? Like absolutely stupid movie. with-
Minions?
No, this is like an adult movie.
Oh. I don't know.
We're the Millers. I think that's the movie. Fucking what's her bitch ass
Jennifer
name
Aniston?
is? Yes, her. She's in it, dude.
Bitch ass Jennifer Aniston.
Okay, listen. She was cute in Friends, bro. Okay, but like now she can retire and that's it, bro.
Okay, man.
New talent. Okay.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wait, what was the point?
Of what?
What was the point of that? I forgot. We were talking about how to get bitches.
So moving on to a topic we actually know about.
Do you want me to bring another topic?
That's like the cue for you too.
Okay. Well, the thing is, I did a bit of research and, I had a few different topics lined up, but I felt like the most broad and I feel like one that we can talk a lot about is social media because, we're kind of jumping into it in the first place. So we can start off with something simple like what is your favorite social media platform right now? What is the one you use the most?
Yeah, I deleted all my social media.
But you still use YouTube, right?
Is that considered social
It
media?
is still considered social media, yes.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess YouTube. Just because I watched like shit memes and.
I think YouTube is probably like the top tier YouTube platforms. I know they've had their questionable things in the past few years with the creators and stuff like that, but all in all, you can't knock off what they did. Like YouTube and like the general.
Well, they're the
long
first
form.
one, like
Yeah.
the first like video platform that actually like boomed, right? Though Rumble is making a come up right now since of all the restrictions YouTube is doing. Rumble is kind of like the second tier social media like video platform that's like coming up to like compete like against YouTube.
But I think they're still so far off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they're
Like-
getting like didn't Steve will do it? Like didn't he? Like
yeah,
move
but
to
that's
Rumble?
like one person, right? They're
yeah,
still
but
like
but if YouTube keeps like
like
cutting out people,
for sure.
then people are gonna move over to Rumble faster.
I just think Rumble's interface is so much worse than YouTube's. Like the platform is just dookie.
yeah,
Like they have to do some major adjustments, and yeah, I can definitely see it being a competition. But knowing YouTube, I feel like
Is this going on Rumble or no?
we could post it on Rumble if you want. I don't really care, to be honest. I'll post it on wherever, but I haven't decided that. For now, it's YouTube, Spotify, and Apple, main three, and I guess TikTok as well. But yeah, I don't know. YouTube's gonna have to do some either major fuck ups for Rumble to really kind of succeed. But I don't know. I think with YouTube, they've succeeded for so long. I feel like they'll be able to make the adjustments to kind of fix their
I
mistakes.
don't know, man. This is all like politics, you know what I mean? Like if they keep pushing their agenda and they're like keep censoring people, then they're gonna lose people. You know what I mean?
Who
Because
knows? Because someone like Elon Musk bought Twitter, right? Because he wanted people to have free speech and not get cut off, basically. So who's stopping anyone else from going buying YouTube and doing the same thing Elon Musk basically did?
yeah, but there's only so many Elon Musks in the world.
That's
You know what I mean?
true.
Plus, Twitter was, I think, the cheapest social media. Like the market cap for it, or like I don't know the term. Like the amount it costed was the least
To buy
compared
it.
to buy compared to the other social media platforms. Right.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, but
The,
Twitter was so fucked before Elon. Holy crap. Did
well,
you see all
yeah,
the shit that got exposed?
Well, yeah, they were like making sure that if you're like a conservative, you would get like kicked off, or if you said some stuff that they didn't agree, then they'd like boot you off. I mean, for God's sake, they took out the previous president of the United States. I
Oh
mean,
my
sure, he
god.
said some controversial shit, but like, isn't that America, bro? You can say whatever you want, and that's it. Like, people can have
I
their
guess not.
opinions, and if you're like censoring people, then how can you get opinions out? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that was a whole debacle, man. And shout out Elon for helping us out on Twitter. But yeah, I'm interested to see how YouTube, Rumble, and all these other social platforms kind of play out.
Yeah, I am too.
All right, continuing on with the social media train. Um, what are some of the biggest challenges and risks associated with social media? I know we kind of touched on it kind of previously with our last question, but
Biggest like risks. I
let's
mean,
talk about not actually like like people like getting shut off on what they can actually say, but like the other aspect about the mentality, people's brain and how people attention spans are fucking dying off. Like let's kind of
but
jump
that's
into
just like a
that.
phone thing. Everyone used to have a phone in their hand, and they're always like looking at the phone, right?
Yeah, but
Like,
social media definitely accelerated and made sure like if you just had a phone with a phone number on it, I don't think it would be as bad. I think the social media platforms elevate that.
well, yeah, because instead of going out and talking to people, you can just see on your go look on your phone, like scroll a bunch of like shit memes and look at people's like lives. And it's all fake. Like these people that post on Instagram or wherever they post, like, oh my god, posing with like my new Bugatti, like
And you
okay,
can buy
okay,
all these
bro.
followers now and likes, so you
Well,
can't
yeah, you
even
buy the
tell.
followers, you buy the likes. It's all fake. They literally just go to a dealership, pose in front of a car. There you go, bro.
You can't even
You know what I
tell
mean?
who's real and who's fake anymore on social media. I still think there are like a small percentage of people who are real and still provide value. And I think the people that provide like real value are the ones that do succeed in the end. But so many people are getting scammed on the internet with all these fake gurus and all this
I
shenanigans.
mean,
So
that's why I deleted social media. That and like too much like random like images of like anime girls for no reason.
okay,
You know
so
what I
you
mean?
are a weeb.
I'm not a weeb, bro.
Ah,
No,
debatable.
dude. So just because I watch anime and anime girls pop up on my feed, I'm considered a weeb. How? It's not my fault that the algorithm is recommending me this, bro.
The algorithm is recommending it to you because you are a weeb.
Nah, bro, that's cap. Anyway, so social media, in my opinion, I think ruined a bunch of things. It actually like the whole idea of social media was to bring us closer together. I think it's moved us farther apart. Did you know
Ooh.
that the average like person has I think like one or two friends right now in 2023, while like 20 years ago the average like friend group was like 10 people.
Yeah, because when you were friends with people around you. Now people are friends with people from the other side of the
Okay,
world.
bro, if you're friends with some random guy across the world, bro, sure you can be friends, but like if you never met the person IRL, dude, like what? You have an IRL girlfriend? No, no, dude.
Whoa, you have an IRL girlfriend?
I meant an e-girl, bro. If you have an e-girlfriend, bro, or you're like, these guys, oh, I'm having e-sex or some dumb shit, bro. Like,
Yo, that
get
shit's
your head out of the
fire,
metaverse, bro. Like, on God, like, stop.
Bro,
Meet people in person, bro.
I don't know if you see this TikTok or YouTube short where there's the VR headset, and in one room there's a guy like standing up looking like he's smashing, and then in the other room there's a guy.
Yeah, I seen it, bro. Dude, stop. Like, I understand VR is cool. Everyone wants to be in the Matrix, bro, or like they want to go inside the computer and like do all this shit. But like, bro, you can just do stuff IRL.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
That's
like-
honestly that's a great take. I like that he said social media was supposed to bring us together, but it honestly
well,
brought
it
us further apart.
hasn't, bro. Like, look, all these kids, playing FPS games. Like, I'll tell you right now, I suck, absolutely suck at FPS games, but I know how to shoot a shotgun. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know, like, I'm serious. Like, okay, bro, like, you're gonna, like, do this shit in FPS games, but you've never held a shotgun before.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, bro, I know how to, like, do this virtually, but it's like, okay, bro, but you don't even know how to swim, or you don't even, like, oh, look how, be, like,
There needs restrictions. There needs to
not
be
even
some
restricted.
sort
Like,
of
people play
restriction.
games to escape reality, but it's like, look, bro, you're grinding all these, like, hours in a game. Why don't you go grind in the gym and get jacked? Why don't you go grind a skill IRL and learn it? Why don't you go for walks or cycling or go do something, bro? The world is your oyster, man. If you want to go do something, go and just do it. Just do it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Shia LaBeouf
Like,
had
literally
eyes.
just go do it. I understand. People have circumstances. People have, lives. But, like, everyone needs to have an escape. And I fully, like, I've been there. I've been the guy playing video games for hours, grinding away at, like, League of Legends and all this other shit games where all you do is just rage and, like, nothing benefits from it. Go out and do something, bro. What interests you in life? Go out and do something. Oh, you want to go for walks? Go for walks. Oh, you're interested in how this works? Go do that. And yes, shit is hard. You think it's easy to just go and, like, lift heavy weights or go and, like, learn a skill? No, that shit's hard. But I guarantee you'll benefit more from going and learning a real skill than getting level 999 in some random video game skill. Like, oh, I maxed out my skills in the video game. Now what, bro?
Yeah.
Like, are you getting money? Like, if you're getting money from it, then hey, man, do you, man. But if you're just wasting away your life at a video game and not getting paid for it, bro, nah, dude. Like, I understand enjoyment, but enjoyment is like an hour. Like, sure, I still play Pokemon. Like, if I play Pokemon an hour at the end of the day after work, fine. But if you're, like, spending your whole, like, weekend or, like, your whole time just wasting away at the same game, like, and you're not either, like, at the top level or getting paid for it, there's no point, man. Go, like, touch grass, bro, or something. Like,
Okay. Well, that was a great inspirational speech there. However, I think it comes down to instant gratification. You know what I mean? People don't go to the gym because it takes 6 months before you see results. People, don't want to learn a skill because they don't want to, spend money up front to learn that, or even, spend countless of hours watching YouTube videos. Playing video games is instant gratification because it's pleasing to the eyes. You shoot somebody in the head in a game, it's like, wow, that's cool. You know what I mean? And that's why I kind of stated a bit before about restrictions, not necessarily for everyone, but at least for teenagers and kids, they need to set some sort of restrictions on how much they can consume this, because if they're just consuming, YouTube videos, TikToks, they're basically just getting brainwashed with all this content and not, able to experience stuff, as you said. Like, I don't know. But honestly, I put most of the blame on the parents, to be honest, because if the parents buy their kid a phone or, a computer at a young age and just don't monitor them, then that's on the parents.
that's true.
I still think it's important for them to have technology, because in this day and age, you can't really succeed, or you can't really you need technology. It's a necessity. So they have to be able to monitor them. And I know life's hard and you can't always monitor your kids, but it's important, for their future, what they're consuming, and what they're being programmed, and what they're learning at the end of the day. Because if you're not teaching your kids the right, values, then they might just learn it from some weirdo on the internet, and that's where all these weird people are coming up these days.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of influencers who have their own opinions and ideas and values that are actually destroying our society compared to, good old fashioned conservative Christian values that this country has been built up upon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I totally understand that, and I think everyone's entitled to their opinion at the end of the day. But when you're kids, you don't really have any opinions. You basically have the opinions of the people you're surrounded by and your parents. So if you're surrounded by technology, that's where your values and what at the end of the day is gonna come from. So you got to be careful of what you're consuming. And yeah, again, that comes down to the parents.
I do believe that social interactions have made this like worse. Like the what's happening in schools right now with what they're trying to like teach kids at the specific age is also, I think, like really bad. And I mean, they actually goes down to parents monitoring and making sure if they want their kids to be taught something and either send them to a private school or Catholic school or some other like they like homeschooling or like some other option. You know what I mean? But I still think that everyone like should be responsible for themselves. And I just think kids are young, they're very influential, so the parents need to take care of them. But if the kids are brought up with proper values and to know, hey, don't like believe everyone at face value and that type of stuff, then they'll grow up to be more sound and more secure about who they are, what they believe in, and they'll respect themselves and the people around them more.
All right. So I think we should do a 180 on this, and instead of saying, the negatives of social media, I feel like there's definitely been some positives to social media. So what have you seen over the past, 10, 15 years, the effects of social media positively? Do you want me to start?
Yeah, because I can't think of any.
I think the first thing is self-education has increased a lot. I know books were always a thing and people always like books, and books is a great way to educate, but not everyone's, a reader. Some people are more visual learners. And before that it was either, you go to school and you learn from a teacher or you read it in a book, right? With social media, you get access to all this new information, and you're able to basically educate yourself in any kind of facet that you're interested in. And I think that has, positively in fact impacted me, because I dropped out of university because, that it just wasn't, it wasn't the way I wanted to learn. I totally understand if people still want to go to school and still want to learn the old fashioned way, but for me, it wasn't the way I learned. I learned better through, actually doing and learning from the things I actually want to do, because university is filled with a bunch of garbage at the end of the day that you don't even have
That's
to
a
teach.
fact. I finished university, but it's not I regret it. It's just
Like
it's a lot of money
electives.
wasted for something that sure it's good to have, but I went through so much BS with that school, bro. Oh my god,
It's just
man.
electives is one of the dumbest
Yes,
things that I don't
disgusting.
understand. Why do they force you to take classes that have nothing to do with what you're learning? Oh, they want you to learn something new. They want you to expand in other fields. But especially with the internet, people can do that on their own time now. They don't need to go and discover new things at school. Sure, join clubs, join programs, do all this other stuff, but school should be about, you want to be a doctor, you go learn everything that needs to be a doctor. Not, I want to learn about, I don't know, history. You have to take a history class or something. I don't know. But it just doesn't make sense if it's not, instead of spending, for what, a doctor, you have to spend what, 12, 15 years in school? Like, they could cut that time down by so much if they didn't filter it with all this like extra
Yeah, but
stuff.
that whole like what process of either becoming a doctor and lawyer has become so like standardized, and it's like there's like take in like after you do like medical school and you're like doing your like practice or whatever in the hospitals, you're not getting paid for the first like year and a half or 2 years. I might be wrong, might be just a year, but like for the first like couple months of you actually like in your job, you're basically working for free, and it's like 72-hour shifts, like back to back and stuff. It's like I don't know if
Like,
you're
nobody's incentivized for these important jobs anymore. Like, why
well,
are
I
you
mean, there's
making
like
it?
the pay is like like amazing after like 20 years. You know what I
That
mean?
makes absolutely no sense, by the way. You have
I
to
mean,
sacrifice 20 years of your life to a job that is necessary for society just to get a good income that if you started a business in 5 years you could be making more than you're making as a
that's
doctor.
true, but like there's also like other, like people have different interests too.
For sure.
And like if people like most like I'm sure like there are people that go on to be a doctor just for the money and they're just like smart, but I'm sure there's other people that go to become a doctor because they want to help people. You know what I mean? So there's
Yes.
like different like motives to go into specific like the same field. You know what I mean?
But I feel like with such a job like a doctor or like a lawyer that they're so important for our society to
Well,
strive.
maybe doctors, not lawyers.
I think lawyers are still important, but at least for
ChatGPT will take
doctors,
over, bro.
at least for doctors, they should incentivize people to become doctors. They should be paying people more to be doctors, you know?
Yeah, but that's just the country we live in, man. Like in our country, in Canada, we basically, which is kind of dumb. First of all, if you're a doctor, like, and you're an immigrant that comes to this country, and you're certified in your country, we like make them go through a whole process to get certified again, and like we don't accept anyone else's credentials, and they're basically they're an established doctor in wherever country they're from, and they come here and they can't be a doctor for like years, which is like why? Like if they just pass like the basic test we give them and they're certified, they should be able to practice being a doctor, right? That's the first thing, which is dumb. But then I lost my train of thought. What was the question again? Like this thing,
Well, going back to the original question or the doctor
the
thing?
doctor thing.
Well, the doctor thing was basically about how it's stupid that they have to go so long to be a doctor instead of just, initially just taking fewer time. They should be incentivized because it's such an important
Yes. So
job.
what I was gonna say is that there's the incentive. There's no incentive, right? Because for doctors, the first thing is the immigrant thing. So we're not getting doctors in this country because no one wants to come to be a doctor because they can't even be a doctor. That's the first thing. And the second thing is when you're a doctor, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if it's a family doctor. I'm not, I don't know, bro. But if you're like like for most doctors, there's like a cap on how much you can make because you get like clients as a doctor, right? And you can have only a certain amount of like clients, and then after that, you're basically working for free. So because the government doesn't want to pay more for whatever reason, right? So doctors will have like a limited amount of people that they will basically like take care of, and then they won't take in any more new clients because there's no reason for them because they're not making more money off of it, right? Which is kind of dumb, but yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah. Anyways, we should go back to the original question. We kind of went a bit far down the tunnel there, but yeah, basically the positives you see in social media.
I think the only positive is the exposure of information, which is what basically what you were talking about, how you can learn whatever you want. This is like the broad term. Information right now is all over the place, and information is power. Back in the day, like hundreds of years ago, people with information, like the kings, the people in power and stuff, they had the information, while the regular peasant guy didn't know anything. But now the common people can basically go on their phone, on social media, just on Google, and like on the internet, search up whatever they want and get information about it.
Yeah.
It might be wrong information, but it gives all information. So you can see different point of views, different perspectives, different ways of doing the same thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No, for sure. And I think it kind of gives everyone an equal opportunity. As you said, like back then, if you weren't born in like a richer family, then, to become something of yourself was a lot more difficult. Now, if you have the phone and the internet, you can basically do anything for
Yeah,
the most
and in
part.
this day and age, everyone has a phone and access to an internet.
At least in the Western world, not
Everywhere, bro.
not
You-
everywhere.
Yeah, you should see, bro. There's this like video, or this image that I saw where it's like, I don't know where, if it was either somewhere in the Middle East or India, where it's like there's like at this convention and like people in 2005 versus 2015. And in 2005, there was like some people with phones. 2015, everyone had a phone, like taking recording and everything. So
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure everyone on this planet.
No, not everyone.
Okay, not the tribes in Africa or in the
Yeah.
middle of the Amazon rainforest or whatever, but most people in societies,
Let
I
me
would
actually
say like
search it.
90% of people have access to the internet. I'm pretty sure over like what 4 billion people, 5 billion people are have access to the internet or something, which is like crazy, man. Are you googling this? Are you gonna fact check me right now? I'm pretty sure a lot of people have access to the internet.
Alrighty. In 2023 will be around 89%.
I said that. I was like 90% of
9
people
in
have
10
access.
people will be equipped with a smartphone. So 90% of the world.
That's
have
what
a
I'm saying.
smartphone.
90% of the people have access. Take in. I didn't even search it up. I just fucking made it up and it was right. Right? Anyway, 90% of people have access to smartphone and internet.
But that's still like, obviously the 10% is still a lot of people. That's like
Yeah, but I'm saying like
yes,
majority,
of people.
Now that also depends where you live too.
That's what I mean. The Western world, of course, that's gonna be.
Well,
more
Western
prominent.
world we have more chance of what's the word? Or what's the phrase? It's equal opportunity, right?
Yeah.
Like if you have access to information and you have a dream, right? On a goal that you want to
I had a
accomplish,
dream. Martin Luther King over here.
bro. Everyone has a dream, bro.
Yeah.
You should have a dream, man. Go touch grass. That should be your first dream, okay?
Yeah.
But basically, yeah, people should have a dream, should have goals in life. Because if you are stagnant, you will deteriorate. This is a fact. In this world we live in, if things are stagnant, they just deteriorate. If you leave a building by itself with no maintenance, no one, it will rust away and crumble to the ground. After it'll take hundreds of years, but it'll do it. If you leave a plant without water in your basement, it's gonna dry out and die. If you don't eat food and take care of yourself, you're gonna dry out and die. If you leave your mind out and don't think, don't expand your mind, you will dry out and die in your mind mentally, right?
Yeah.
So you have to always be active. You have to always seek new things in life, new opportunities, new goals. If you're not striving for something, then what's the point of living, man? And I get it. People are, depressed. People have bad circumstances, but you should, even in the time of darkness, there's a light, man. You can find the light. You can get help if you need to. You can always grow. You can always find what you want to do. And there is a hope and a future for you, man. I believe that truly in my heart.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree for sure. And for me, it's like you got to do something, like doing nothing is the worst thing you can do. Inaction just kills everyone, honestly. Like, even if you don't know what you want to do with your life, you just do something. Like sitting in your bed watching TikToks all day is not the way to live.
Yeah, no.
Get up and do something. If if you don't know what you want to do, first things first, go to the gym. That's like
That's a
if
fact.
like
if you are a male, or even if you're a
yeah,
female, I
you're
don't
a
care who you
female
are.
too, yeah.
If you're an it, fuck it, bro. If you are a person on this planet and you don't know what to do,
hit the gym.
hit the gym, bro.
That's like basic level.
Literally just exercise.
If you don't
Go
want to do
for-
anything for the rest of the day, just at least hit the gym. Just do that bare minimum. But yeah, hit the gym and just, try and find something that you like to do. There's the internet. You can watch videos and just kind of,
Get motivated, man.
see where you kind of find yourself. But yeah, hitting the gym, you can never go wrong with hitting the gym. All right, that was pretty good. Let's go to another question we got here about social media. Okay, how has the use of social media changed over time? What do you see as a future of social media? So, starting from how social media just first got into it, where it is now, and where do you think it's gonna go in the future? I think it wasn't bad when it first came out. I think that was like the best time when it first came out.
Well, because it was new.
yeah.
People didn't know about it, right?
People could explore. I feel like it was the best time because they could learn and do all these sorts of things. And I think depending on how you use it, obviously if you use it good now, it's probably better now than it was before. But I think overall, it probably, when it first came into existence, it probably had the most potential for sure.
Well, because the main goal of social media when it came out was that, hey, I'm like some guy in like this university, and this is like, I'm talking about the internet, like some guy in one because the internet was basically a connection between computers between universities in the States, I'm pretty sure. So when different universities could like message each other and send over information, it was a game changer. You know what I mean? And then from there, it just snowballed into, going out to the public, and people basically like can post stuff, and like it was a whole new world of basically like, wow, we can send each other information, and information is power. It's like, hey man, like how am I supposed to, do this skill? Well, now I can go and watch a YouTube video of this guy doing this skill. It's like, oh, now I know how to like change a doorknob or something. You know what I mean? Like, or change a
Yeah.
light bulb.
It definitely had a huge impact, and we kind of already touched upon like how social media is in today's day and age. So, what do you think is gonna happen in the future? How do you think this is all guesswork? We don't have any idea how it's gonna go,
Hypothetical,
but
bro. All
hypothetical. In the future, in the next, let's say, 10 years, how is social media gonna play out? Is there gonna be more restrictions? Is YouTube still gonna be here? What is your predictions? We can actually look back on this in 10 years and kind of see how everything played out.
Predictions of social media. I think it's gonna keep becoming more degenerate as it has been going. Though, if this metaverse thing pops off, or like if like Elon makes the brain chip or whatever, then I think, I don't know, man. It just depends on this whole metaverse thing. That, and then also AI, because AI is gonna be becoming more and more intelligent. So if AI, because AI is already pretty good at like telling you what to recommend and stuff. But then if like we have like make AI bots that like write articles for us, make YouTube videos for us, make all this other stuff, and then if social media becomes oversaturated with just fake AI garbage, most people are like, yo, I don't know what's real anymore. And they might be turned off by it. Now it could go in the other direction where people actually get more immersed into it and actually like enter the metaverse and stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
literally
Ready
like
Player One.
Ready Player One type shit, where you like live IRL in a shitty little apartment,
Yeah,
and then you go work in the metaverse,
Mm-hmm.
which is crazy, right? But I like going out for walks, smelling the breeze, smelling the fresh air outside, touching grass. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think I would be part of that future. So
All right. Well, how I think it would all play out. Well, it's pretty interesting to kind of think of, because if you kind of think back to the last 10 years, it's so much has changed in the last 10 years. If you really do think about it, everything is way more advanced, way more, fast. Especially with the shorts and the TikTok, the attention spans are dying off. Like, honestly, they could potentially ban TikToks and YouTube shorts in the next 10 years. Just because people are losing their attention spans. I don't know how involved they would actually be, the governments, in this sort of thing, but if people if people's intelligence are starting to fall off, they might have to ban those types of
no, I
types
don't
of
think they
stuff.
will, man. They don't want people to be smart, man.
That is true.
If they can control people by just showing them a fucking TikTok
That is
of
true.
some shitty meme, then it's like, hey, man, if the guy's paying taxes, the government loves you, man. You know what I'm saying? So
Maybe. Who knows? I have some faith. I have some faith, but not much.
I have no faith in
You gotta
humanity,
have
man.
some faith. You gotta have some faith.
Yeah, in God, bro, not in humanity, man.
Other than that, I think YouTube is still gonna be probably one of the top social media platforms. Rumble, I don't think it's gonna do too much personally.
Really?
I don't really see it panning out too much, to be honest. I think YouTube kind of changes some of their policies, and and I think they come up with some. I don't want to say they forgive, and like unban the people that they banned, but I feel like they come to some sort of conclusion and some sort of agreement with them to kind of fix, what they've done in the past, because they've done some fucked up shit, and on social media, there's a lot of fucked up shit that happens, and honestly, I think when we look back at, I feel like this year and last year on this whole Andrew Tate arc and like all the right side kind of battling back at the left side, like I feel like people are gonna understand why the right had to go so hard because of how far left everyone went. And I think it's gonna go back to kind of maybe more of a balance. Or we could go the opposite, where everyone's fucking fighting. World War III might fucking come about, but I have hope. I have hope that we can.
All you FPS kids, bro. If World War III happens, bro, Shooting a real gun is not shooting like like clicking a button, bro. So I don't know if you guys are ready. Go touch some grass. Go get out there, get some hobbies, and maybe you might survive World War III, man. If it happens.
All right, I actually just had a question, kind of moving away from that social media stuff. Do you think mandatory military should be acted
Ooh.
upon?
Okay.
Because I feel like that would, I feel like just having discipline, learning how to defend yourself, are two important skills that every man and woman should know how to do.
Well, I mean, mandatory military.
Like just for 6 months or just for
I
a
mean, in some
year.
countries they have this. Like I'm pretty sure South Korea, once you turn 18 or 19, you have to have 2 years mandatory military. But it makes sense because North Korea is right up across the border from them, right? So if they invade, every man has to know how to shoot a gun and defend themselves, right? Here in North America, now the military has seen a drop in attendance and enrollment over the last couple years, but that's because people are like anti-war, anti-gun, anti all this stuff. Which I mean, hey man, if you believe in that, then I just want you to remember that the price of freedom is blood. Doesn't matter what freedom you get, whether it's religious freedom, like personal freedom, or just freedom to be whatever you want, like how you like can live your life. The price for freedom is blood, man. Like there's been so many wars in the past for all these countries to like establish themselves so that people can fight and protect their loved ones and all that type of stuff, and the price is always blood. So I do believe that people should know how to defend themselves, and at least even if they don't want to because they believe, oh, I'm in North America, nothing's gonna happen here, you should always have that at least respect for it, even if you don't want to partake in it personally, right? So that's my take on it. I was thinking of maybe joining the military after high school, but since we live in Canada, I was reluctant because I don't trust our government in that sense. And I do believe, because of the internet and social media, that I can learn a bunch of tactical stuff and different survival skills on my own compared to learning through the organization of the army. Though, yeah, that's
So,
my
so,
take
so
on
you
it.
don't think that the military should be?
I think military is necessary. If you're a country and you want to be a superpower, you need a military. Like, why do you think the U.S.
Not
don't
military, but I mean enrollment. Like for like a year, everyone should go for a year, and it doesn't
like
even.
mandatory? I mean,
I think people would,
I think they
especially in
should
this
have
day and
some kind
age.
of like training, at least in high school, for men. I'm kind of like old school. I don't believe women should be in the army. Like if they can be in the army as like nurses or like support, but not like frontline, not like fight like flying airplanes or in tanks. I don't believe that. I'm old
So you
school in that
think that they
sense.
should have some sort of training, not necessarily going to the military for a year. Let's say like a 3 week
Well,
program. They go, they learn some, some
well,
survival skills,
like
some,
scouts.
yeah, something
You
like
know what I mean?
that.
Like guys who are younger, like scouts for girls too. Like younger people should go into scouts and learn like some survival tricks, and all this type of stuff. Now I do believe that I think personally it will be really good for men at this young age because there's a lot of men. I feel like men have become less like men and more weak minded, more physically weaker. They beta males, right? And I think that we should take men into like some kind of like training for at least a year to give them at least discipline, make them leaders, and make them like actually men. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I think there should be some sort of program that every man, once you turn like 18, needs to enroll in, just to learn some basic stuff about
absolutely
you know how to basically live and how to protect yourself. And yeah,
protect your nation if it comes to it.
exactly,
So
exactly. And actually, speaking about war, World War I, World War II, I think if there were to be a World War III, I would say it would not look anything like World War One or World War Two, especially because the power of the weapons that have that we have available to us in this day and age. Like if there's a war, like the one push of a button and then everyone's gone. So I don't think
Yeah, it is more dicey in that
it's
sense.
like nobody's gonna like fly over and
But it's kind of funny because right now, as we make this podcast, there is a war between Russia and Ukraine right now, right? And technically, what they're like the style of warfare is kind of similar to World War Two. They haven't like, of course, there's like new technologies and stuff, right? Like they have like tank buster missiles and this stuff, but like the trench warfare, the kind of like that warfare style is kind of the same. So they haven't really like used their big guns yet. Which I mean, I'm pretty sure Russia doesn't want to use a nuke on Ukraine because I'm pretty sure NATO that would actually be the cause of World War Three. You know what I mean? If Russia uses a nuke on Ukraine, but I wouldn't put it past Putin. So
yeah, I don't know how that actually plays out, to be honest, because yeah, I don't know too much about what's going on right now, but it's just an interesting scenario, honestly. And I don't know if you heard about like China wants to invade Taiwan or something like that.
I mean, Xi Jinping is already planning it, and I mean, yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, America has to get his shit together, man. Because right now, the current president, Sleepy Joe, isn't really doing his best. He's not really like the economy's down. We can feel it here in Canada as well. Military has also been like when he left Afghanistan. That was like they should have left Afghanistan, but the way he did by leaving like American citizens behind and basically leaving a whole like military base behind for ISIS to take or Al Qaeda. I don't fucking like the terrorists to take is like I don't know why they did that, right? But yeah, so I'm pretty sure Russia and China see an opening, like a opening right now to basically,
Yeah.
prepare their stuff as America is not in the strongest state because we're going through like a whole cultural thing here, left versus right, that type of stuff. So yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. I have, one more question to kind of end off the podcast. Kind of ended off with a final social media question on today's podcast. And yeah, feel free to leave us questions in the comments that you guys want us to answer as well. Give us more content to kind of play around with. And if you want to hear our perspectives about. But final question about social media. If you had the power to control social media and how they were ran, what would you change? Would you, ban all of them? Would you put more restrictions? What would you can specify which platform. What kind of would you do with each platform to make them better? Since you said it's not the greatest at the moment.
That's kind of a really overloaded question.
How about you like YouTube, but there's probably some negative stuff with YouTube.
Honestly, bro, I'd probably just delete it all.
Even
fuck it, bro.
YouTube?
Well, I'd keep Twitter, bro, because, Daddy Elon is doing pretty
So
well.
just
but-
delete everything instead of Twitter, and you can just hear people's opinions about shit.
Yeah, dude, why not? And restart, bro, all the social medias. Like, delete all the data and all this stuff. People can
Alt
make new
F4, quick
Mhm.
reset.
just a hard reset, bro. Yeah. Especially the
Oh.
dating apps, bro. They can all go, bro.
Yeah,
all
you don't
of
like
them,
those
man.
dating apps, fam? You don't
Bro.
like Tinder, bro?
We'll talk about that on another podcast.
Ooh, that's a
bro.
good topic, Tinder.
We'll talk about that another time, bro.
I think that's a good place to end off for the first podcast. What do you say? Any final words? Anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think it's good, bro. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching, guys.
Yeah, thanks for
Yeah.
watching. This is our first podcast. We'll only get better with each episode that goes along. So bear with us while we kind of figure all of this stuff out. And yeah, if you see the first podcast, then you're an OG member of the Fly Under the Radar podcast. So
Wait, isn't this the first podcast?
it is. So if they watch it, they're OGs, originals. All right, thanks for watching, guys.
Just send this over to people, man. Like, we're flying under the radar here, bro. We're trying to get banned, but like not that quickly.
We're
You know what I'm
not
saying?
Getting banned. All right, see you guys.